It's that time again, time to check our bell work. Today is Thursday, January 14th. You should, of course, have this all the way done, and you're coming back just to check your work, making corrections as needed. So we are tasked with comparing these two values using greater than, less than, or equal to. This actually says less than, greater than, or equal to. So let's do that. For number one, I see that they both have the same number of digits to the right of the decimal point, so I don't need to add any zeros or anything. So all I'm going to do is look at comparing 16 and 14. What would be greater, 16 out of 100 or 14 out of 100? Because those are the fraction equivalents. 16 out of 100 is greater. For number two, this I only see tenths place. This I see it goes to hundredths. So remember, we can add zeros without changing the value. So when you look at this, you see those are both the same exact decimal value. So 70 hundredths, 70 hundredths. Equal is what you should have. For number three, these both have two places to the right. So it's like comparing 54 out of 100 with 9 out of 100. 54, of course, is greater than 9. For number four, I see two places to the right. I only see one place to the right of the decimal point here, so I'm going to put that 0. So I'm comparing apples to apples. And what would be greater, 21 hundredths or 20 hundredths? 21 hundredths would be greater. For number five, I see that this goes to the thousandths place, so I want this one to go to the thousandths place too. It just makes it a lot easier to compare, and I can do that without changing the value by putting that 0 there. So now I have 3 digits, 3 digits. So this is 25 thousandths, this is 30 thousandths. What's more, 25 out of 1,000 or 30 out of 1,000? Definitely 30 out of 1,000 is more. All right, for number six, they both have 12 whole in front of the decimal point. This right here, this is 6 hundredths, and here I only have the 5, so I'm gonna put that 0 so that I can make them both out of 100 because it's easier to compare when they have the same denominator, isn't it? So what's more, 6 hundredths or 50 hundredths? Well, 50 hundredths. That would be greater for sure. For 7 and 8, you're supposed to write each in standard form. So we're just writing the regular old digits for it. I see 24 and, so I'm going to put 24 with the decimal point. Then I see 11 thousandths. That means I need the second one there to be in the thousandths place. So I need to put a 0 in the tenths place and then write my 11 so that the last digit is in the thousandths place. Number 8 says 36,000 and. So 36,000 looks like this, and there's my decimal point. 8 hundredths means I need my 8 to be in the hundredths place, so you definitely need to put a 0 in the tenths place first so that it's 8 out of 100. Last little set here, write each number in standard form. So this was where I asked you to start and go from right to left, starting with the lowest place. So I see 2 times 1,000. I'm going to go ahead and put a 2 in the thousandths place. And now I know that the next one over from the thousandths place is the hundredths place. And I see that there is 6 times 100, so I'm going to write that. And the next one over from the hundredths place would be the tenths place, and there's a 4. In front of the tenths place, I need that decimal so that that 4 is in the tenths place. So the next one over from the tenths place would be the ones. And I do see 1 times 1, so I know I have a 1 there. And the next one over from the ones place would be the tens. And I see that there's a 7 there. So 71 and 462 thousandths is what you should have. For number 10, same thing. I'm going to start all the way down here in the lowest place value. So 2 times 1,000th, that means I have a 2 in the thousandths place again. The next one up from the thousandths place is the hundredths place. And I see 3 times a hundredth. The next one up would be the tenths place, and I don't see anything multiplied by 1/10. That means I have a 0 in the tenths place, and I'm still gonna put my decimal point there so that the 0 is in the tenths place. The next one over from the tenths place would be the ones place. I don't see anything multiplied by 1. That means there's a 0 here. The next one up from the ones would be the tens, 9 times 10. And the next one up from the tens would be the hundreds, 3 times 100. So 390 and 32 thousandths is what you should have. You are all set. Good luck with the rest of your work for today. Thanks for working so hard.